Alright, welcome back to another video from the Clark & Addison Gaming Company. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I am the designer and creator here at Clark & Addison. And in this game I'm going to show you AIG Hockey. So hockey, yes, I've been asked about hockey for years. And you can see AIG Hockey is in works. And it's actually, I've distributed the files out to several people who have asked to play test it. Good reviews so far, good feedback about the game, and we're gonna play it out. So I'm gonna show you, this is the rink and how it works. We're playing 20-minute periods, and these are all of the charts that you're gonna need, so everything fits on one sheet. I might make these bigger and break it out into 2 sheets. You have all of your shot attempts over here, so there's different shots from different parts of the ice. So you can shoot from the point, you can shoot from the dot wide, so out here in the face-off circles, you can shoot from the slot, or you can shoot from the crease. So we have 4 different zones where you can shoot. There's also a rebound chart for when there's a save and a rebound. And then the meat and guts of the game is that you're moving from zone to zone. So we have, let's say you're the home team, this is the home bench and the home goalie, and you're going to move this way from the defense to the neutral to the offensive zone. And then the visitors are going to move this way from left to right, so the defense to the neutral to the offensive zone. And hopefully the goal of the game was to keep the flow of hockey without breaking that too much, because that's one of the hardest things to do for a hockey game, is to preserve the flow of hockey. Flow sports are historically very difficult on the tabletop. Non-flow sports like baseball or start and stop sports are easier. Football is a little bit easier because they have clear starts and stops. And I'll talk a little bit more at the end of the demonstration about what happens, what's happening next, and what, individual players you're going to ask about that or wonder about individual teams. So just realize this is like super beta here. We play with 2 D20s. White is going to be for the visiting team and black for the home team. So that's how we're going to play that. Whenever we have one or the other, then we're going to use that particular die. Let's just go ahead and use this guy for the puck. And so we're going to start the game in the neutral zone. We have a neutral zone face-off chart. We have an offensive zone face-off chart. So anytime we're doing a face-off from the offensive zone face-off circles, we have exiting the defense zone, the neutral zone, and then the offensive zone setup. This is where you're going to get your shot attempts in the offensive zone setup. The neutral zone is where you're going to have some puck battles and turnovers and things like that. There's going to be a lot of action in the neutral zone. And then the defensive zone, this is where you're going to get a potential for a steal and kind of a rush shot or a breakaway to the net. Or can you advance it out? Or do you get even an elite breakout, which is kind of getting the pass quickly so that you can get into the offensive zone quickly. So that's where all that happens. And then if there is a tie, you go to overtime. If there's a tie after overtime, you go to a shootout. Or if there was a penalty shot. Which I haven't inlaid penalty shots into the game, but I do have penalties in the game. So I'm going to keep an extra die here. And basically, if there's a penalty, I'm going to set it to where the penalty should finish. And when I get there, it'll be like that. So I'll keep that die there for penalties. What we need to do first on face-offs is roll to see who gets the advantage. So high roll wins. We have a tie. And on a tie, we roll again. So this is not the face-off itself. Okay, so now we have the visiting team. They have the advantage on the face-off. So then we roll again. We look at neutral zone face-off. A 12 is start phase 1 in the defensive zone. So they're going this, no, it's the visitors. So they're going this way. I like to kind of keep things to the top and bottom so I can keep track of stuff. But we have a 3. So we're coming out of the defensive zone. A 3 is a turnover with a rush shot. And so we're going to roll. A 5 is going to be a shot from the dot wide, and that's for the home team. An 11, we get a shot right off hand, and an 11 for the dot wide is a save and a cover, face off in the offensive zone. So good save. And then for every time there's a stoppage of play, you just move the clock one time. This is an abstracted view of hockey. This is not like Super Simulator. It should play in about a half hour or 45 minutes at the most. Maybe when you're just kind of getting used to it. But we have a face-off. On the face-off in the offensive zone, we assume that we're going to roll off of the offense. So a 13, we don't use this neutral zone, or we don't go like face-off battle to see who wins. We just roll off of the offensive team. So a 13, a clean win, then you go to the offensive zone setup. Offensive zone setup here is phase 3. So a 17 is going to be a shot attempt from the slot. We can roll to see who takes the shot. A 12 is going to be the center. So you got a good shot opportunity here in the slot off of the face-off. We get a 7, and a 7 from the slot is going to be a save. Play continues. The defense, so going back this way, starts in the defensive zone. So a good stop, and they get the defense picks it up and begins moving the puck down the rink, down the ice. So we get 10. That's an advance. 12 is going to be a successful entry into the offensive zone. And so on the offensive zone setup, you get a shot attempt from the point, and that's going to be from the left defenseman from the point. Shot attempt is a 14. That's going to be save and cover. So we're going to have, let's put it over here. We're going to have another face-off in the zone. So we move our timing 1. 14, that's going to be a clean win, and you go to the offensive setup. 5 on the setup is going to be offensive cycle, so you roll again. So basically you're just moving the puck around. 20, that's going to be a shot attempt from the crease. So this is as good as it gets, right in front of the net. 17, that's going to be the right winger with an attempt on the net. A 10 is a save and cover. So good save by the goalie as they get a shot right out in front, and the goalie stops it. 19 will be a clean shot, or a clean win, and a shot from the slot immediately. So you get a clean win, the puck winds up in the slot. It's going to be the left winger taking the shot on goal. And from the slot, a 7 is going to be another big save. This time the defense is going to get the ball. The defense is going to get the puck, and they're going to try to move it out of their zone. A 2, though, is a turnover as they try to get it out to the neutral zone. We get a turnover with a shot, and a 7 is going to be from the dots. So the visiting team takes a shot from the dots. A 10 is going to be a save and a cover. So another big save there for the defense. So home team under fire here as they're taking some pretty good shots from in close. 9 is going to be a puck battle. So there's a roll off. Highest D20 roll wins. If there's a tie, you roll again. There's not a tie. So the visiting team is going to win. They're going to win, and we're going to move right into the offensive zone setup. A 9 is a roll again. A 12 is a shot attempt from the point. And a 19 will be the right defenseman from the point. A 14, pretty good shot, save and cover, face off in the offensive zone. So the home team goalie is on top of things so far. 8 for the offensive zone face-off is another puck battle. So they're battling for the face-off, and the home team wins. And they're going to come out into the neutral zone. 7. In the neutral zone, that's going to be a successful setup into the offensive zone. So a chance for a shot here. A 3, though, not so great. That's going to be a steal. So the opponent steals the puck. Play is still going. Again, We're just simulating time here and flow. Try not to break the flow too much of the game with the timing. So it will all even out, because there are going to be some times when you just roll in the neutral zone, it's an offside, and you move it, and it would have really taken about 15 seconds or 10 seconds off the clock. So over time, I think that your timing evens out. So a 9 is going to get us advanced into the neutral zone. A 20, it will be in a quick entry into the offensive zone plus a rush shot. So it's like you get it in quick and you're going to take a quick shot. And that will be a 16. That'll be a shot from the slot. So they get it up the middle. And the shot from the slots is going to be a save and cover. Play continues. So we're going to continue forward with the defense, or the home team, I guess. They're trying to exit, but they get a turnover in their own zone. 15 is going to be a shot from the slot, so they get a turnover here. Visiting team takes a shot. 3 on a shot from the slot is going to be a miss. That's a blocked shot, and the defense gains possession, so we continue forward. No stoppage of play yet. 19 is going to be an advance to the neutral zone. 2 is going to be puck out of play, so we're going to have a face-off. So finally, stoppage of play here, and we get another face-off in the neutral zone. The advantage goes to the visiting team. 13 is going to be into the defensive zone, so they kick it back, and they're going to have to start all the way. They advance to the neutral zone, and an 18 is going to be a puck battle in the neutral zone. Both players roll a d20. High roll wins. We get the home team as they battle in the neutral zone to take the puck. An 8 is going to be a successful setup into the offensive zone. 13 means they're going to get a shot attempt from the point. That'll be to the left defenseman from the point. He lets it rip, and a 6 is going to be a save and cover. The play continues, and we are with the visiting team. So a 5 coming out of the defensive zone gets it to the neutral zone. 12 is a successful setup into the offensive zone. A 10 is going to be another shot attempt. This from the point. That comes from the left defenseman. He rears back. The slap shot is on goal. It's a save and cover, and we're going to have a face-off in the offensive zone. Don't need both. We get an 11. 11 is going to be a clean win, and then we go to the offensive zone setup. That's not so good too. That's going to be a steal as the home team steals the puck, and they're coming out of the defensive zone. Pass into the neutral zone. 17 is going to be another puck battle. It will be won by the visiting team, so they're going to take the puck. They will move. Well, it's another puck battle. So a lot of battle here in the little back and forth here in the neutral zone. 17. Successful setup into the offensive zone. 16, this is going to be a good shot from the dots. This will be the right winger as he takes a shot here. A 6 is going to be a save and cover. Play continues. So we continue to move forward with the visiting team. 11 is a defensive zone into the neutral. 9 is a good move into the offensive zone. Let's get a setup here. 7 is going to be a roll again. 2, though, will be a steal as the home team steals the puck, and they begin to move it out to the neutral zone. And from the neutral zone, we have a puck battle. Puck is taken over by the visiting team. A 9 in the neutral zone is going to be a successful setup into the offensive zone. A 1, we're going to have a penalty on the defense. So we'll roll a d20. That's going to be a minor penalty on the defense. And again, you get 2 minutes. So a 2-minute minor. There'll be a power play. We are going to get a a face-off here in the offensive zone. As far as I understand the rules of hockey, that leads to a face-off in the offensive zone. We have a power play. So you see here on power play, you get a +1 to some of these shot rolls. That's what it's going to be. +2 for the slot and the crease. +1 for the point and the dot wide. 7 will be a puck battle. Highest roll wins. That's going to be the defense. So they're going to win the puck battle. And I don't have it here. I don't think I included it yet, but there will be some sort of clearing type situation where we'll be able to clear on a shorthand. I have a shorthand chart as well. So 13 coming out of the defensive zone into the neutral zone. They're shorthanded, remember. The successful move into the offensive zone. A 9 is going to be roll again. 8, roll again. A 12, we're going to get a shot from the point. And a 9 will be a shot taken by the left defenseman from the point. Short-handed. 10 is going to be a save and cover in the offensive zone. So we'll be short-handed here. 1 minute off the power play. 8 is going to be a puck battle. And it'll be the home team that wins the puck battle. And then that goes to the offensive zone setup. Shot attempt from the crease, short-handed. 17 will be the right winger from the crease. A 4 is a miss. That's going to be a block shot. Defense gains possession, and we're coming back the other way. 7 from the defensive zone gets it into the neutral zone. A 6 is going to be a steal in the neutral zone, so the home team takes over. 18 in the neutral zone will be a puck battle. The home team continues with possession. A 16 will be another puck battle. As tough defense, home team retains possession. A 3 is going to be a puck out of play. So that's going to end our power play. And no power play shots. I don't think they didn't have a chance to get a power play shot. The other way you can play this a little quicker would be just every time there's a change of possession, you take a minute, that kind of thing. I played that way too. This way it gives you a few more shots and cuts down on the back and forth of rolling. So maybe I'm just going to play a period here. That's be it. So the advantage goes to the visiting team. 16 on a neutral zone is from the defensive zone. We get icing, so that's going to lead to a face-off in the neutral zone. Another face-off, visiting team again. A 4 is going to be a clean win, so they're going to start in the neutral zone. 12 is going to be a successful move into the offensive zone. A 14 will be a shot attempt from the dots. This will be the left winger taking a shot. Let's see. A 1 is not going to be good. That's a miss. Defense gains possession. Starts in the offensive zone. Sorry, they start in the defensive zone. A 1, though, is going to be an icing as they miss on the pass. And we will get another face-off. Visiting team wins the face-off. 8 will be a clean win, so they're going to start here in the neutral zone. 2 is going to be a steal as the home team takes the puck in the neutral zone. 8 is going to get them into the offensive zone. And 3 is going to be another steal. So another turnover as the visiting team takes over in their own defensive zone. 14 is an advance to the neutral zone. 15 is going to be a puck battle as both teams go at it in the neutral zone. The visiting team comes out with the puck. 15, another battle as they're battling along the boards. This time it's the home team that comes out with possession, and the neutral zone set up. And 11 is going to be successful into the offensive zone. Let's see if we get a shot No shot on the play as they pass it around. 10 is going to be a shot attempt from the point. This comes from the left defenseman. He rears back. He lets it fly. 18. Oh, that's going to be a save, but there's a rebound attempt. And so we roll again. And on the rebound, there's a 10. 10 is 9 to 14 is a goal. The shooter buries the rebound, and that's going to be as the home team puts it in for the goal. So with 8 minutes left, the home team takes a 1-0 lead on a rebound goal out in front of the net. So we get another face-off won by the home team. 16 is going to be a puck battle in the neutral zone. Home team comes out winning that battle. They get it into the offensive zone and get set up. 12 is going to be another shot. This is from the point. That's going to be the left defenseman from the point. He lets it fly. And 11 is a save and cover, and that'll be a face-off into the offensive zone. So we have a face-off. 7 will be a puck battle. So we roll here. It's the visiting team that wins the puck battle, and they'll be coming out of their defensive zone. That's a move into the neutral zone. 3 is going to be a puck out of play, so that's going to lead to another face-off and another minute off the clock. The visiting team wins the face-off. The result is actually a lost draw. So the defense is going to take possession. They had the advantage in the face-off, I guess, but you can still lose it. There can be a penalty on the face-off for a delay of game as well. We get a 5 in the neutral zone. 5 is going to be an advance into the offensive zone. Let's see if they can get a shot off. They do. This is from the point. This is the right defenseman. He's going to rear back and let it fly. A 2 is a miss. The offense retains possession, though, so we use the offensive setup as they get back into it. 5 is going to be a roll again. 1 is going to be a penalty on the defense. This will be a minor on the defense, so we'll set that at 4, and it'll be a power play for the home team. 15 on the that's a clean win and a shot from the point from the right defenseman. So a 6 becomes a 7. 7 is a save and cover. Play continues. The defense is going to have the puck and coming out of their own end. 9 is an advance to the neutral zone as they get it quickly, but that's going to be an offside that leads to a face-off. So 1 minute left in the power play. The visiting team wins. And a 3, that's another lost draw, so that's going to be the home team coming out of the neutral zone. 8 is going to be good into the offensive zone. As they set up on the power play, a 7 will roll again. A 9 will roll again. An 18, this is going to be an excellent shot attempt from the slot. This is going to be the center from the slot, taking a shot. Remember, we get a +2 now, so 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 is a save and cover face-off in the offensive zone as the defense does a good job of covering that shorthanded situation. So no score on the power play. The home team is up 1-0, and they have the face-off in the offensive zone. This will be a puck battle. The visiting team wins the puck battle, and they'll be coming out. 9 is going to be a good advance to the neutral zone. An 8, another good advance into the offensive zone. And a 16, they're going to get a shot attempt from the dots. This will be the left winger as he rears back. 16, that's a good roll. 16 from the wing is a save and a rebound with a shot attempt. On the rebound, we have a save and cover, so double saves here. We're going to get a face-off from the offensive zone. 3 minutes left in the period. This will be a 6. 6 is going to be a lost draw, so that's going to go to the defense. The home team takes the puck. Coming out of the defensive zone, they miss on the pass, and that's going to lead to an icing call. So 2 minutes left in this one, and this will be a face-off. It's the visiting team that wins the face-off, and a 17 in the neutral zone is going to be a puck battle. As they battle over it, the visiting team comes out with it. A 6 is going to be a steal, so the home team takes over And coming out of the neutral zone, a 5 is going to be stolen back by the visiting team. So neither team can quite get it in. Although visiting team gets into the offensive zone, we're going to roll again. We're going to roll again. A 1 is going to be a penalty on the defense, and that will be a minor. So we'll be shorthanded for the rest of the period here, and we get a face-off. So visiting team looking to put 1 on the board. 16 is going to be a clean win with a shot from the point. This will be the left defenseman who's going to take the shot. He's going to get a +1 on this roll. 16 becomes 17. That's a save with a rebound attempt. What happens out in front? A 6 to 8 is a save and cover. And so just like that, that is how the period is going to end. And after the first period, it is 1-0 home team over the visiting team. So you can see that the game plays pretty quickly. We're at 25 minutes, but that's me playing it a little bit longer with the timing, but also talking through several things. So it's going to take you 45 minutes or so, I think, once you get into the game to play an entire game. And you can see you get everything in here. It's sort of abbreviated or abstracted just a little bit, but what I wanted to try to keep was the flow of hockey, right? The back and forth. You're losing the puck, you're taking the puck, you're losing the puck, taking the puck, making a shot, making a save, starting over. You know, there's a lot of things that are happening on each play, and you want to kind of just bring all those things in there. There are turnovers. There are different types of opportunities, like here on a puck battle. If there's a tie, then there's a chance for, if there's a tie, there's a minor penalty, and you just roll. Is it the visiting team or the home team? So here in the neutral zone, you have a chance for a penalty. And in the offensive zone, you also have a chance for a penalty there as well. On the neutral zone face-off, there's a chance for an interference penalty. And then on the offensive zone face-off, there's a delay of game, either the home or the visiting team. So there's different opportunities for penalties all throughout. And yeah, it was kind of cool. I like it. I really like hockey. I mean, when I was in college in the late 90s, that was when hockey was kind of like exploding in the United States. And so the Stars were good, and you know, we were watching the Stars all the time growing up in Texas. I'm a huge Philly fan. I know people are going to hate me for liking Lindros, but he was my guy. And Desjardins, and I just really liked that late 90s, early 2000s Philly teams. They were, I don't know, what can I say? I just really liked them. I didn't grow up on hockey, so I'm coming into it late in my life, and I like hockey. I like this game because it feels like a game that I could play hockey with. I watched some videos of hockey games, and it's a little too granular maybe for me. So maybe this is a good casual type hockey game that will, not casual, but bring in the casual fan because it's easy to play. It's not difficult. And eventually I'll layer in individual player ratings so that when you take a shot, that player is going to get a plus or minus or no bonus to his shot. There will be goalie ratings. So the goalie ratings will be playing off of the shooter ratings. So you might have a +2 shooter, which is great, but you might have a plus or a -2 goalie, which is going to cancel out that +2 shooter, which a -2 would be the best goalie. So, you know, it's going to have some interplay like that, similar to the baseball game that I just released, where there'll be some kind of manipulating a little bit here and there to kind of get into different ranges above average or below average. So this sort of represents averages in the NHL. So if you just played two generic teams against each other, this is kind of where you would get. This was another score I had. So the visiting team had jumped out to a 3-1 lead, and then 4-2, and then 5-3, and then eventually 1-5-4. There will be a way to pull a goalie at the end. So in the last two possessions, if you're down 1 or 2, you can pull the goalie, and then there's a whole section in the rule book for pulling the goalie. So there's a little chart there that if the shorthanded team at that point. If the team with 5, if they gain possession of the puck, there's a chance for an empty net goal, or to just kick the ball, dump it, or I keep saying the ball, kick the puck down the ice and dump it down the ice, so that the other team has to start over again. So try to create a little bit of realism there. There's a home field advantage, home rink advantage, home ice advantage, I think they call it. So home ice advantage that you can give. There will be a face-off value as well. So on face-offs, you can get a little bit of an advantage or disadvantage, maybe a +1, +2, +4, or whatever it is on a face-off, to just kind of nudge the face-offs one way or another, especially if, because that's a skill to be able to win face-offs. It's a skill to be able to shoot well and accurately, and to be able to score goals. It's a skill to be able to stop the puck from going into the net. And it's a skill. Defense is a skill in hockey as well. So some guys just are better defenders, and we'll have to find a way to layer in defense as well. So that's kind of where the game is going and where it is right now. And this is, I think, quite a lot of fun to play. So we would be moving into the second period at this point. You just start over with the 20 minutes. If you wanted to play at the exchange of every possession, so even if the play continues, but the possession changes, then you can move 1 minute. You could do that as well. I'm not sure what is the better way. That certainly is the faster way to play, but I'm not sure what is the better way to play and what's going to lead to more. You're going to get more shots on goal if you let the action just continue to flow until there's a stoppage of play, which means a face-off, a penalty, a shot with where the goalie freezes the puck, which leads to a face-off. So anytime there's a stoppage of play, move the timer. To me, that is easier to remember, because it becomes part of the process of moving and executing the play. And it also gives you more shots on goal, and it'll make for a more exciting game, sort of back and forth. So thoughts on that would be great. If you want to play this game, send me an email to clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to send you the files. If you're on Facebook, just send me a message on Messenger, and I can just drop the files in the Messenger box into the chat. And you can play the latest version, which is what we have here. And I will send you the game guide as well. So the game guide just kind of goes through how to do each of the different parts. It explains, if you're not familiar with hockey, it explains the different zones and how to move to the next zone. It gives you, these are the percentages here that shows the difficulty of scoring from each position on the ice. Shows you how to do which player, how to handle rebounding. Rebounding is going to boost your chances by 5 to 7%. So rebounds in the crease are going to be high scoring plays. And how to deal with power plays, and that's written actually right here, power play +1 to the shot roll. And then on the backside is timing with overtimes and shootouts. And the newest version also has a section on pulling the goalie and home ice advantage. You'll also get this play mat here to just, be able to keep track of the action on the ice. And then you'll get the charts. So super basic game, but a lot of fun. There's quite a bit of variation within the games. I've had some low scoring games, some higher scoring games. It averages maybe 1 to 2 goals total, more than the NHL, but also as I've kind of spit it through ChatGPT, it's giving me some analysis of everything, and it's saying there are a lot of kind of like dinky shots that happen in hockey they're kind of eliminated or abstracted out of this version. So all of these are going to be pretty high quality shots. So really just focusing on, they're not highlights, but you're focusing on like higher quality plays within the hockey game. So because they're higher quality shots, they're going to be higher quality opportunities. So not thinking about, shots where your stick gets hit while you're shooting and you just don't get anything on it, like a weak shot to the net. So trying to eliminate some of those, I don't know, I would call them tedious parts of the game, but other people may not see it as tedious, but when you're playing on the tabletop, it's kind of like a tedious part of the game. But if you love those simulations, there are those out there. Inside the Crease seems like a really great one. Shootout Hockey, Hockey Bones. Like, there's a lot of like really great games that get kind of down into the weeds. This stays a little bit higher level and focuses more on the action, moving back and forth. Sorry, this moves back and forth up and down the rink just a little bit more. Man, I don't know where that came from. Wow. So we'll leave it at that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click on the subscribe button. If you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Forgive me for the cough there at the end. But just give it a thumbs up. That's a super easy way to help what I'm doing here. We're at about 330, almost 335 subscribers so far. So thank you everyone who has subscribed to the channel. And we'll be putting out content maybe once or twice a week is usually my typical cadence. Going to get 2 in the same day today, which is a little bit unusual, but we have a couple of quicker playing games, so I'm able to do that. If you want to purchase something, you can go to clarkandaddisongaming.com and you can purchase. I have a free section where you can try some games out or demo some things or download some resources. But I also have several games that are in production, multiple baseball games, multiple football games. I have a basketball game called Up-Tempo Basketball. There's another one called Triple Threat, which was a lot of fun and a little bit deeper. And then I've got a game in beta, a couple of games in beta. There's a tennis game, AIG Tennis, and then AIG Basketball. Both of those games are in sort of a beta stage, so you can go to the free section and download those. I've also got On Base Baseball Pocket Edition, which is an actual printed product, the only printed product that we sell at this moment. You can go to the Game Crafter and follow the links on the homepage to go to the On Base Pocket Edition, different seasons we have for those from the 70s, 80s, and most recent 2024 season. So you can pick up those. Those are a lot of fun. They fit into the size of a card deck. Super portable. When I say pocket edition, I mean you can slip it in your pocket. It's that small. And they're tarot card size, so they're a little bit bigger than a playing card deck. But you get up to 18 players, batters, and up to 18 pitchers for each team. So you get, I claim you can get a full season replay in a box. You may have to look up some of the fringe players, but you're going to get basically a season replay in a box from lots of different eras and seasons with lots of great teams in there. And you get every team that you need, plus you get the game engine. It all comes in one package. So super cool. And the cards look really sharp. They're really great. And if you want this, just send me an email to clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. Be happy to send that to you. I'll have that email listed in the description as well. And you can follow the link in the description to clarkandaddisongaming.com, and that will take you right to the main website that we have. If you're on Facebook, go to Facebook groups, click on the groups, and then search for Clark and Addison Gaming. You'll find us. Answer a few questions, and then agree to the group rules, and I'll be happy to let you in to the Facebook group. There's lots of conversation and people sharing their own replays or thoughts on games. And also there are some files in the files section that you might peruse. These are user generated things that people sent in for my games, and also some files that I put there myself as well. All right, I think that's it from here. So AIG Hockey, what do you think? Good, bad? I need help with like terminology and making sure that I'm using the right terms. I mean, I know most of this is right, but just kind of need some help with some of this. Is there something that that wouldn't happen, or that's not the zone that would be in. I just need feedback generally on hockey. I need help because hockey's not in my blood. You know what I mean? I played it a lot I've not played it for real, but I played hockey on like everybody else on PlayStation or whatever. And I've watched a lot of hockey in my life, but it's been many, many years since I've kept up with hockey. But I do like the sport. I really enjoy the flow of it, and I was just trying to capture that here in this game. So hopefully that comes out. But if the details can be added in or layered in without adding too much to the game, or maybe even having kind of a basic and an advanced version, then that would be great too. That way we can sort of satisfy multiple parts of the market. I think this game moves pretty quickly, and for what I can see from most tabletop games, to move this quickly means you lose all the detail, or if you want the detail, it doesn't move very quickly. So we're trying to like hit a sweet spot somewhere in between where you get plenty of detail about the game, not all the details, but plenty of it, while the game still kind of moves along quickly and you feel like you're watching a hockey game play out in front of you. So definitely need feedback on that. So if you want to play it and you know hockey, would love to have you play the game, and just let me know. That way we can make appropriate changes to the game. And I think it's a complete game. So just as I played it now, I'll be layering in again individual players with ratings, goalies, and positional players. And then I think the rating system will be simple enough. You could do fictional teams, and you could just kind of roll to create your own fictional players as well. So I don't think that's going to be a super big deal, and it just requires a couple of D10s. You could probably get away with just one D20, not a D10, a D20. So if you only have one, you could probably still play the game. That way, just for a face-off, you'd have to say, okay, visiting team 2, home team 18. You just have to do a few more rolls. Otherwise, you'll be able to play this game with just one D20. All right, I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.